EKWEDIKE, my Flicks to Click fans. What do Lizzie Gold and Frederick Leonard have in common? They're acting together in Drums of the Masquerade, EKWEDIKE, on Sunyrichy Nollywood TV. But what do you think is happening in this traditional Nigerian village where we are feeling and hearing the sounds of the ancestral drums as they echo throughout the village? Hey, my Flakes to Click fans. In this village that has forests all around it, people speak behind closed doors about EKWEDIKE, the masquerade spirit that everybody is scared of. That spirit has been told for centuries that it can dey waka between the worlds of the living and the dead. And as we see the village preparing for another night of ritual, so African movies be sometimes. The drums can dey brawl as they light the bonfire and as the elders can dey chant. But this one no be normal celebration, you know now, from all these incantations and spirit and bonfire inside forest, hey, because something dangerous is going to be awakened. And even though Frederick Leonard have money, but Lizzie Gold, who is a very, very curious woman, trust Lizzie Gold now. But she know they fear am. She thinks say ancestors, culture, juju, spirit, na plating, she know they fear. You know Lizzie Gold now. But Frederick Leonard, this young man, I mean, na young man, Frederick Leonard, is he a young man? Anyway, Frederick Leonard, he hears rumors in the village that EKWEDIKE's drum, that so-called sacred beat of the masquerade, can give him ego, money, power, wealth. Hey, yeah. And so this ambitious young man who wants to be rich by all costs, he wants to use it to improve his fortune. Meanwhile, Lizzie Gold is visiting the village because she wants to research into juju culture, masquerade culture. She know they fear. My Flicks to Click fans, trust Lizzie Gold now. She know they fear anything. And so, as Frederick Leonard wants to make money, he wants to survive in the world, Abby, the opposite is Lizzie Gold. She's just curious that this juju self that they're talking about, EKWEDIKE, drums of the masquerade, is it really, really real? Now, so the conflict don't they start, my Flicks to Click fans. Because all the ancient storytellers in the village have been telling people in the village the stories for centuries. And as they gather the visitors and the villagers around this bonfire, telling them about the legend of EKWEDIKE, the drums of the masquerade, everybody is so scared. They are listening to the story with their mouths wide open. Because, see, EKWEDIKE is not just entertainment. Na spirit, ancient spirit that has been foretold for centuries. They know they fear. That EKWEDIKE is covered in cloths and drums. Na ancestral juju. And those who disturb the masquerade because they're selfish, they are risking their life because they can go mad. And so is the story of EKWEDIKE, the spiritual wrath that can affect you if you play with the drums of the masquerade. Because the elder has warned them. Respect the masquerade, or it will respect nobody. And so, this forbidden drum. Do you know what this young man does? My Flicks to Click fans. Frederick Leonard. You know they fear. At night, very late, this Frederick Leonard that wants to make money sneaks outside into the forest towards the secret masquerade ground. He is hoping to record the EKWEDIKE drum rhythm and use it to manipulate the spiritual forces so that he can make money. Can you imagine? Because this slim young man who wants to get rich, he believes that that drum, the beat of the drum, that it holds a secret code that can bend his fate towards money. Meanwhile, trust Lizzy go now. You know, say she get curious. As she don't enter village to research, she follows Frederick Leonard into the forests, where to document what? Culture. But she now realizes that this one no be just culture, na juju. E don't go beyond science. Yeah. Lizzy Gold, you know the fear now. And so the masquerade will rise. Because as the moon climbs, the real EKWEDIKE appears. The drums beat. Huge ancestral spirit. Covered in fabric with different colors. The face of the spirit is hidden. The fire is dancing around the mouth of the spirit. And the drums pounding like thunder in the night. Hey! The local people in the community can't they run, can't they scatter, can't they scream, hey, EKWEDIKE don't appear, Meanwhile, some people are just standing there. They are frozen, they can't even run, they're so scared. That one, na the first shock where the community can encounter. This masquerade, ashe, no be lie, EKWEDIKE na real, e dey dance, e get power, juju na real. My Flicks to Click fans. And so Frederick Leonard has now triggered. He has now awakened EKWEDIKE, the spirit. Hey, drums of the spirit. EKWEDIKE. As the boom of the drums roll, the earth feels like it is shaking as the intruders that has entered the spirit to awaken EKWEDIKE, they have awakened and they are ready to destroy anybody. As Lizzy Gold, con dey write to con dey write, you know they fear Lizzy Gold? Na so, her notes, the paper which con dey write inside, con catch fire. Leonard, Frederick Leonard, the man who has awakened EKWEDIKE, the spirit, he runs, he is scared. It's good for you. Now you are inside terror, Abi. You are scared, spiritual terror. Villagers come dey run, EKWEDIKE has awoken, but the spirit is following them. EKWEDIKE, your presence has forced the villagers and the people who didn't believe that you exist, that you are around, that masquerade, no be play, that ancestral juju, EKWEDIKE, the drums of the masquerade. As the two people, Frederick Leonard and Lizzy Gold, come dey run away from the spirit to escape EKWEDIKE, the drums. The two people who are so scared, they go to hide with the village elder. But the village elder explains to them that, see, EKWEDIKE, the drums of the masquerade, he shouldn't have been provoked, because you want to get money, you want to provoke him. Hey, the elder looked at the two of them. He tells them that EKWEDIKE has appeared now, as he always does, when traditions are disrespected, especially when outsiders like Lizzy Gold or greedy people like Frederick Leonard, who wants to become wealthy, has disrupted their juju ritual. That is when Frederick Leonard realizes that the desire he has for ego money is not worth challenging spiritual juju now. You know they fear Frederick Leonard. Hey! And so, Frederick Leonard now, he is desperate. He goes publicly to apologize to the spirits through a late-night prayer juju circle. He asked the spirit, Ekwedike, I beg, please forgive me. Please, from now on, I promise to respect the traditions and keep Ekwedike's secret. So, Lizzy Gold too, can't realize, say, her life is at stake. She acknowledges that, see, these juju practices, na real, oh. Not be just folklore story for her to write. Now, so she too come mellow. Before uncle, you know, go mellow. And so these two people, Lizzy Gold and Frederick Leonard, now realize that from their arrogance, from their curiosity, they are now, they don't calm down now. They don't calm down. But what will be the masquerade's last bit? Because in the climax, Ekwedike's drum, the drums of the masquerade, they return once more. Not as a threat, but okay now, this juju don't calm. It don't quiet. Instead of punishing the village, the drums become cool and calm. It is no more as if the spirit juju has forgiven the village and the people who have asked for forgiveness, Lizzy Gold and Frederick Leonard. And so, as the villagers and the two visitors, Frederick Leonard and Lizzy Gold, realize that, don't awake juju, oh, and don't say that juju no be true. You will now realize, Frederick Leonard, that you have now been humbled. You have at least helped in preventing calamity in the community and also to yourself. You don't calm. And as for Lizzy Gold, she now, you go realize say your African traditions, they involve juju now for real, not be just for book. You go calm, the two of you go calm. And so, the clash between spirituality, curiosity, the truth, culture, tradition, community, juju practices is being told in the drums of the masquerade. Ekwedike, the dreaded masquerade that dances under rain with fire in its mouth. Yeah. Masquerade, mystical masquerade, spirit whose sacred drumming holds spiritual power over life and destiny. As Frederick Leonard and his greed and the curiosity of Lizzy Gold has led them to challenging tradition, the spirit rose, forcing them to confront the ancient laws that govern the community's culture. And so, as you come fear now, sure you don't calm, because make you just calm for things we know they understand. My Flicks to Click fans, do you know all the signs and symptoms of an abusive partner? If you don't know, go to the comment section just below this video. I have a free download for you. Click and help your friends, family, humanity. If you enjoyed my live critical pigeon review of Ekwedike, Drums of the Masquerade, give me a like and watch all Lizzy Gold movie reviews up here. A whole playlist.